Alrighty, thanks you all for your patience. This board has really discussed your review, Mr. Hart, and I want to tell you that it was really tough, to be honest with you, because we see all of your potential, we see everything that you've done, but we have made a decision that we want to see you again next year for your review. We're going to deny your early release at this point, and the reason being is this. We feel like you lack the transparency about your involvement that brought you back here, okay? And hang on, I know this is disappointing, okay, but we're going to be honest with you about it, you know, for the simple fact that we see so much potential. We, you know, and one thing is for sure, either this board takes 2 seconds and we come back and say no, or as you can see, we took several minutes to come back to say not now, for a reason, because we really have considered everything that you've done positive, but we're still not, you know, I don't understand why there's no transparency with your involvement. That's very critical. You have nothing to lose by being honest that you were involved in this situation that brought you back. But I can't make you admit that, and I don't want you to just tell us what you want us to hear. But so where we're moving forward to is this: continue to remain conduct-free, continue to keep doing all the positive things you're doing. I don't think that necessarily RWI would benefit you, because I believe you might have been screened for it before and found that you don't really need it. I'm not sure. At this point, have you taken Thinking for a Change? I'm sure that have you completed all of those things in your past incarceration in the system?
I haven't completed. I used to be a tutor for Thinking for a Change, though.
Okay, so you were a tutor for it, and they didn't require that you complete it first?
No.
Okay, and see, and that speaks volumes there, that you were a tutor for something that they didn't even require you to complete. Okay, I just feel that that's where we feel that that's where, you know, what's lacking here today is your transparency about, you know, your involvement in that parole violation. Okay, we're not asking you to sit here and snitch on people or anything else. We're asking you to take accountability for your role, period. Okay? All right, Ms. Rigney, do you have any questions or any statements for us?
Is there any, other than the Thinking for a Change programming, so maybe he can complete, do you have any other recommendations or advice regarding what he can do to next year?
Other than that one, because like I said, I don't know if RWI would be beneficial to him, because his committing offense is not substance related, even though his violation is. You know, I can leave that open for him to decide, you know, some of this needs to be on him. But I really think that the cognitive restructuring, even though he's been a tutor, you know, that doesn't really work in his favor, because we know that he has the capacity to teach and to mentor and to guide people. But I think that he has to take some ownership, and he has to be able to literally live by what it is he's teaching other people as well. You know, and a part of all this is that take ownership on your part, because once I think that he does, he's going to be less likely to get back in that same vicious cycle.
And for me, Mr. Hart, it's just, I think at next year, I need to hear more what happened that got your parole revoked, and how confident I can be that you're not going to get caught up in some other system, some other group, and that you take actual ownership of what did go down. Because to me, if one cannot take responsibility, then it's hard for me to think that then going back out there's going to be an ability to take responsibility.
Yep.
And that's the key for me, was I think in terms of your plan of what you're going to do when you get back out, that is solid.
Mm-hmm.
Very solid. It's what happened, and I'll just tell, speaking for myself, and I would tell you that typically I think I tend to be a very tender-hearted person, and I'm big about grace. I think your attorney would even say that about me. I tend to be very much one to advocate. But I will not be a part in any way of you going back out and being the poster child of a part of trafficking that then says, hey, look, I didn't even have to take responsibility for it, and you'll just sit a year, and then you'll get to go back out. That then promotes other trafficking in that facility. I will not be a part of that.
So, sir, yes, like I said, I'm new to you. I didn't see you last year when you came, and I concur. I am truly a lover of God's people. I really am, and I see good in even some of the people that have just been written off by everybody else. You truly have what it takes, and I sat here and I really struggled because I really was on the fence. You know, I really wanted to grant. You know, but I'm one vote, and I got to looking at this, and I said, you know, that's the only thing missing, that each one has to reach one and teach one. So my job, I pray for discernment every day when I come in and do my work. For these very moments like this where, you know, Lord, what do I do when I'm faced with a person who has 9 out of 10 things that are really going for him, all right? And that one thing, again, is not to beat you up. This is not about other people. You don't even have to mention other people in your hearings as far as what they did. I don't care about what they did, okay? I just want to make sure that you're ready, because those same people are going to be there lurking, the same people that have tapped on your shoulder or called your phone before. Trust me when I tell you. And they're gonna find every reason to make you responsible for helping them. And I need to know that you're going to be ready for that drama, that you're going to be able to literally shake it, walk away from it, avoid it, or whatever it takes. So, other than that, Mr. Schaefer, do you have anything? Okay. So, Mr. Hart, we will, and Ms. Wrigley, thank you for today, and this concludes your hearing, sir.
Thank you for your time and consideration today.
Thank you, ma'am.
Harvey.